able to walk up to me like that. That's number one. He wouldn't have been able, especially who he was. And like I said, I wasn't from there. So my people would have known who he was. So he would have got stopped out. He would have got stopped. He wouldn't have, to talk to me, you had to talk to somebody and then I had to you clear it, be like, yeah, you come on over here. But if Fleece wasn't involved in certain things, um, there won't be no reason to talk to him.
So
And
Ken's was saying you had the beads going, so when somebody walked in the cell, they had to walk through the beads.
again, man, I don't want to. Hey, listen,
The old school beads. I remember those growing up, man.
look, so you know what he talking. Hey, you want to know how I got those?
Uh-huh.
The warden, right? It was a black warden that was there, and I knew how to do taxes, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was in administration, and he was like, "Hey, do you want these?" And I said, "Yeah." That's how I got them. It wasn't no extortion. It wasn't no nefarious activities. The warden had these beads that he was about to throw out, and he asked me, "Did I want them?" And that's how I got them. I didn't have no damn Peruvian rug and like that, but you know.
Yeah. Man, so
But I did.
he said you had people taking off their shoes and they come in the cell.
No, now that's true. Now that is true. That's true. So the rugs that I had like 7. So you know the Muslims, right? I was buying their rugs,
Uh-huh.
right? And I had this punk named Strawberry. It wasn't my punk.
Strawberry.
It was a punk in the unit that was a seamstress and knew how to, stitch clothes and dye clothes and stuff together. So I had this punk named Strawberry to put these Muslim prayer rugs together and made me a rug. So yeah, when people cover my cell, you have to take off your shoes. Why would I want you to come stepping on my rug and violate my area?
Now some will say that's just the first step. They taking off the shoes. What's next? What's next? They're gonna have to take off.
I see what you
That's
trying
what
to
some
do.
people will say. No,
Oh, ain't nobody saying that shit with you. No, ain't
no, put that
nobody
on
saying.
Ken. He said that, man.
No, I ain't say no mess like that. If you came in my cell, you had to take off your shoes, right? Matter of fact, your shoes would be off at the door. But no, man, no, Strawberry is cool. And like I said, and my rules was this: dealing with my crew. If you doing any business with a homosexual, you have to take somebody with you to verify what was said and what was going on. Because dudes, just like what you doing right now, Hubbles, would spread a rumor. It'd be like, oh, I see Strawberry go in the cell with Donta, or Strawberry done ducked off somewhere with
but
Donta.
That wouldn't be a lie, though. If like Strawberry did come to your cell, that wouldn't be a lie.
Yeah, but somebody is there. Somebody will be walking, especially if a homosexual come in my cell. There's somebody in there with me. In the door, in the bees is open.
The bees.
So you, man, you try to turn it into something else, man.
No, that's just funny, man. Had bees in prison.
Hey, you try to turn this to something else.
No, this man was like El Chapo up in there.
No, man, it's just look.
He said you had that spice, man. Is that true, man? I mean, that's
No, that was look. I will be real. When it came to the weed and the spice and other nefarious things, no, that was other guys that was around me that was pushing that. I wasn't. I had the cigarettes, I had the stove, I had the protection schemes, and other things. But when it came to drugs, no, I didn't have nothing to do with that.
That's what's up. I expected that answer. I didn't want you to answer to incriminate yourself at all.
No, everything is past the statute of limitation. No, I just never was a drug dude. That just wasn't my thing. Even in the streets, I never I'm gonna tell you one
So
of my
you just rather go to somebody's pocket and just take it from them than sell it to them.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you why. I never. My cousin, he was a big D boy in Detroit, and he was an older guy, and he told me one day on the street. I think I was 17, and he pulled up on me, and he was like, he just basically broke the drug game down, and he told me like, hey, if you ever thought about getting in, I'm gonna tell you the rules. And long story short, he told me if you want to make it, he said, dudes that's been out here for about 20 years and ain't never been locked up and just been out here booming. He was like, why do you think that? Either you gonna work with the police and give up
Uh-huh.
a couple guys, you know what I'm talking about, or you gonna go against it and get your ass locked up. It's one of the two. Either you're going to be smart and work with the police and give niggas
Uh-huh.
up here and there, or you go be on your own and you'll be going to the feds being a real nigga.
Oh, I got a quick little story for you. Before I joined the military, I was still in high school at this time. Where I went and talked to a guy. He fronted me, right? And he started taking me around trying to introduce me to like different fiends that he knew. Like, yeah, this is my guy right here. And he wanted me like basically like he wanted me to talk to these people, like, the way I was taught that, it sells itself. I shouldn't have, what's to talk about. And
Yeah.
I even told, like, afterwards, he was like, man, why didn't you say nothing, man? I'm like, and I told him that. And then like he wound up firing me, man, because I didn't want to talk. He's like, give me my stuff back. And man, fired me. Hey, it was for the it was for the best, man. My life went on, never, get involved in nothing like that, and wind up joining the military after that. But yeah, my man fired me, man.
Dang. The military was a blessing.
Yeah. I've only seen that guy like once, man, the last like 30 something years, man. Like me going home. Yeah, he didn't look well. But I know guys like from the time like I said, I've been out of high school like 30 years. These guys still on the corner like doing the same like petty like slanging. Like, man, this guy ain't never moved up. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Look, I was in Flint 2 days ago, and I was coming up the street by my old house, and there was this dude, man, that he'll be considered what you call an OG, which don't mean shit these days. And I seen him, and I was like, damn, this dude you could tell he doing bad. But I
Uh-huh.
remember growing up that this dude had like, I'm talking about you remember when he had a navigator with the rims that spin?
Yeah, Spanish.
Yeah. I think back, I don't know if they had 24s back then. I think it was just 22s back then. But I know it was some 22 spinners on it. And
22 no rub.
yeah, yeah. I remember, man, he was that dude in our neighborhood. And I forgot all about him. But then fast forward to, like I said, 2 days ago, I seen him. He was walking past this plasma center, and it looked like he
Mm-hmm.
just left me. I'm just looking. I'm like, damn, what happened? What happened? Mm. But yeah, that drug shit, man. Um, Now that's why I said no. It ain't me incriminating myself. I ain't never, ever, right, ever sold drugs. That just wasn't that that wasn't my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just was never my thing. You
So
know.
let me ask you this: since your time you've been out, like, or even people that and have gone, back in and stuff like that. Have you ever like seen some of their posts and you're like, man, this is not the same guy that I knew, man? Like, see, like on social media or whatever,
You
like
you
they're a
you.
different person.
To be honest, outside of YouTube, I don't have no social media. I don't be on Facebook, Instagram. I don't be on none of that.
Yeah.
On the real, if I wasn't making the money that I made on here, I wouldn't be on here because it's like, man, um, I always tried to be like a private dude.
Uh-huh.
And it's not because I'm involved in, criminal activity or anything. It's just one of them things, growing up in the streets, it's like when somebody's seeing you doing good or doing okay, or they might think that you're doing okay or good, doing better than them, a lot of cats get jealous and envious and to kill you. I done seen that happen. I done been around somebody that was just that had so much hate for this dude named Terry, man. This dude named Terry, he was about 22, 23, and we was all about 15, 16, 17, right? And it was this dude named Daryl that just had so much jealousy. And he would always say, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga, man. I'm gonna kill that nigga. And he ended up doing it. He ended
What
up
was it
killing him
over? Like for what?
for
Just he was
nothing.
just jealous?
He didn't owe him no money. He didn't even. He was a little older. He was older than us, but not too much. Like I said, we was teenagers, and Daryl was maybe 16, and dude was like
Maybe
20.
something happened between them that he never told anybody.
Nah. We was a crew. He was. We would have known because we probably would have robbed him if it was something like that.
Uh-huh.
But nah, it was just in this everyday conversation. We'll be at the park, and he coming down the street in a Monte Carlo, right? And he'd just be just watching, just looking at him, seeing fiends run up to the car. The older guys showing them love, whatever. He was like, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga, man. And I'm like,
That's
damn.
wild.
Because you would think like, oh, did he screw his sister? No, none of that.
Uh-huh.
And he ended up killing him one day. We was at what street was that? I want to say Damon. No, more industrial. No, I don't know. Damn, it was on Industrial Street on the other side of Saginaw, and it was like, oh shit, man, Daryl just killed him. Daryl just killed him. We already knew. And then what they said was he pulled up at the corner store. No, no, that didn't happen on that was on Gillespie, and it's a corner store right there. I cannot think of that street. It's a corner store in my neighborhood, and all the drug dealers would be up there. So, dude pull up, and Daryl was out there in front of the store talking to whoever, and one of our homeboys was on the passenger side, and Daryl talking to him. Dude, get out and go in the store. I don't know what was said, but he got back in the car, and Daryl just started shooting him. He reached over our homeboy and just started shooting him. And then he put the gun on our homeboy and he was like, fuck, fuck. And he just took off running. That's what
He
happened.
didn't mean to, or like at
No,
the
he
time, like he
did.
just got
He did. Word was, and I mean, who really knows? But like you said, it may have been something, but he never told us. But he said basically he heard that the story that went around is he heard that he was going to try to kill him, so he killed him first. My thing is, why when he got out the car, why didn't you just start thumping at him then? You know what I'm saying? Why did you
yeah.
wait till he get in the car and then reach over and start? I don't know, man. It was weird, but of what I see, it was just hate. It was hate and him being envious, and that was one of the things that always stuck with me. Like whenever I would like, I mean, I dressed okay, growing up for what it was worth, but I never like shitted on nobody. Like it was a lot of my homeboys, I would let them wear my clothes, wear my
Mhm.
shoes or whatever, because I felt like shit. We are poor. Um,
Yeah.
all of us like girls that we want to look nice, and if I'm the only one, me and Al the only one that's dressed nice, and the rest of our homeboys is not looking right clothes wise or whatever, you know, let them wear it. Fuck it. Yeah, we man, listen. Do you remember the FUBU jerseys? It was Like the half ones, it'd be like they came out like with a Michigan one, like a yellow one and a blue one, like a half and half jersey.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah, that jersey went around the hood like 100 times.
that.
Shout out to Flint, Michigan. Shout out to Moore Street. Shout out to the park, man. Hey, that jersey went around the hood almost 100. I didn't want that bitch back. I didn't want it back. I gave it to Al to wear. He gave Al gave it to Quez. Quez, yeah, the FUBU jerseys. Um, Al gave it to Quez. Quez gave it to Ijon. Ijon gave it to I don't know, to I don't know, to I don't know, this person, that person, that person. It's this one guy, I ain't gonna say his name, but when it got to him, I said, yeah, I'm good.
He
I'm,
didn't want it back.
yeah, I didn't want, no, actually, see, some of my homeboys, they watch this. So it's some stuff I just don't talk about, but I have slipped up and said some stuff, and the nigga that called me like, man, that's fucked up, D. That's fucked up. I said, nigga, I ain't say your name, man. Like, man, but no, nigga, that's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I got another channel where I do bike rides, and sometimes I tell stories. One of the stories, because I do them live. One of the stories I said to guys, man, I just kept going.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I was just like, oh well. I sent
Man,
it to him. I sent him the video.
hey, I done got so many. Look, last year, I don't know. Was you? I told a story about this dude named J Rock, right? That got out that I was locked up with, that was messing with punks,
Uh-huh.
and he basically he tried to. How can I put this? He tried to put down on me. He tried to aggressively, basically tell me I better not be speaking on him or else. Right?
That's what's up. Like he's still standing on business on you.
I mean, no, but let me tell you what
Well,
happened.
hold on, real quick. Why everybody be trying you, Dante? Why you the man to try? What's up? I
No,
need to
I ain't
find
the
out. Like, what's up?
motherfucker.
Everybody keep trying you. Everybody testing you, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy, man? Um, from elementary, middle school, somewhat high school, job corps, I always been. Put it this way. Let me tell you what happened on my first day of Job Corps, right? And here's the funny thing. Everywhere that I go, I always excel to the top of the top. Job Corps, Grand Rapids, 1110 Hall Street, for anybody to say, oh, Dante, this cat, right? I was the president of the boys dorm, and I was president of the student body government also.
Does the
But let me
story
tell you what.
involve beads again in the door?
No. Job Corps, you know what? No, I ain't gonna bring that up. My wife might be listening. I don't know if she's listening or not. But no, I'm gonna leave them Job Corps stories alone. But on my first day of Job Corps, I got tried. I go in there, and after the what is that called? The I guess the meeting, they showing you around, telling you about Job Corps, whatever. So I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
showed to my room or whatever. It's the East Wing, North Wing, and West Wing. North Wing is when you first come to Job Corps. You got to stay there for I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you get your trade, and then you go to either the East Wing or the West Wing, depending on what trade you get. And this dude named Paco from Detroit, this short dude, short grimy dude, right? Hold on, I think kids, you pulled up. Okay, kids here, boy. I'm finna finish the story. So he the short black dude named Paco, grimy dude, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
dude, this light skinned dude that looked like Chris Brown, they was helping me take my stuff. I had like 3 duffel bags for the clothes and shoes or whatever. And when we get up the stairs, walking on the west wing a little bit, I think they was like, "So where you from?" I was like, "I'm from Flint." They was like, "You from Flint?" And then the short Paco dude was like, "Yeah, I heard the Flint dudes some hoes." And when he said that, I said, "What Flint dudes is here?" And they got the name of dudes, and I'm like, "I don't know them dudes." And I was able to come to find out that a lot of these Flint dudes is some hoes, and um, I had to put a lot of work in. I had to rebrand the Flint name in Job Corps in Grand Rapids. You can believe that. So dude was like, yeah, I heard all them Flint dudes some hoes. And then I said, the way he said, I said, do we got a problem? And he was like, do we got a problem? And when he said that, Paco dropped my bag. And as soon as he dropped my bag, I popped on him. Right? Immediately. And you know what? And let that be a warning to any motherfucker that if you see me in real life, you better have your hands upward. I want to see your palms, pause, right? And you better have a smile on your face because if anybody on here, right, and they feel like, oh, I can just approach Dante with, just know if I feel threatened, if I feel something ain't right, you better
Uh-huh.
hope to God that I ain't got a steak knife on me. You understand? You better
Uh-huh.
hope to God, man. Hey, I got so many stories that done happened even when I got out. This happened maybe I've been here for maybe last year sometime. I was in Costco, right? And he probably be in the comment section too. I think I seen him. I was in Costco. No, Sam's Club. I get them mixed up. Sam's Club. You heard y'all got a Sam's Club there, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So I'm in Sam's Club, right? And this big motherfucker, man. This dude, like, I don't know, maybe 6'6", 340, 350, right? Like look like a damn NFL linebacker, right? I noticed he looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, you know, I hit a right, and then I hit another right. And hear his big ass coming down the aisle. Now he's not running or nothing like that, but he just, and I hit another right, and then I see him at the top of the aisle coming. I said, okay, all right, I see what's going on. Now I know, I'm just keeping it real. I know my abilities, I know what I can, and I know what I can't do. I can't beat this man hand to hand, fist to fist. There's no
Mhm.
way I can beat this dude unless I can get a lucky hit off and knock him out. But 9 times out of 10, that's probably not going to happen. For me to win this, I probably have to somehow get on this dude back, put my arm around his neck, and try to choke him out, right? But I'm
Yeah.
not trying to do all that shit, right? So I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do to him. So I end up going down the kitchen aisle, right, where the knives and butcher knives and stuff at, right? So nevertheless, here his ass comes. So I got over there by the knives. I said, "What's up, man?" And he was like, "You Dante?" So I'm like, "Oh shit, this nigga know me." Right? So, I said, "Yeah." He was like, and he looked where I was standing at right by the knives. He said, "Oh no, man, it's all love, man. I watch you, man. I be watching your show, man. Yeah, man." Then he came over there with a smile on and said, we gave each other dap and stuff. He said, "Hey, what would you about to do?" I said, "Man, you a big ass dude, man. I can't fight you, man. I thought it was an issue." And he was like, "No, man, that's all." He like, "So you was really you like that?" I said, "Man, fuck all. If I was like that, nigga, I can't beat you. You a big motherfucker, man. I had to even the odds." You know, that was one incident that I had with a subscriber. I don't people say with a fan, and I'll call it subscribers. That's one incident, a bad incident I had. Well, it was bad, but when I was like, oh man, yeah, this gonna be the day. But I had another one too, but it wasn't as bad. It was a prison dude too. You know the type that you can tell when a nigga been in prison, right? One of
Yeah.
them old cats. And
Yep.
I was in Kroger, and I was in the I think I was getting some bananas and some grapes or something. And this dude, this bald head dude with the high toe socks, and he had a white beater on and some blue jeans, some shorts. And I said, man, I'm saying this in my head, right? I was like, man, look at this jail ass nigga, right? And then when I said that, he looked at me, and I'm thinking like, oh shit, did I just say? Did my thoughts come out my mouth? Did I just say that? Because the way he looked at me, it was like, dang, did he hear what I said? And he was like, hold up. To whoever he was talking to the phone, he was like, hey, your name Donta? I was like, now that dude, I think I could take him. I don't know that he probably had that old penitentiary strength. I don't got that penitentiary strength. Actually, I need to start back working out. But I think I could have took him. I said, yeah. He was like, oh, what's up, man? I be watching your show all the time, man. It's like I'm meeting a celebrity. I said, no, I ain't no celebrity. He was like, no, man, you be on TV soon, man. Hold on. Let me screen time talk to my wife. And he cut his camera off. She was like, oh, that is him. I said, let me get the fuck out of here. On my first year of TikTok, I went to the gas station, and that's when I had the white Suburban. And this lady was like, "Oh my God, are you Donta?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh man, I can't believe this. You really stay here?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be around." Because this one I was going between Columbus and Flint. And she was like, "Oh my God, this is so nice to meet you. Hey, I want to pay for his gas." Keep in mind, I'm in a Yukon XL, right? No. I was in the white Suburban. I was in the white Suburban, the long one, right?
Yeah.
On E. Right? This one gas prices was like $3.99, $4, something like that. I said, "Is you sure?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I got a Suburban." She said, "I don't care. I don't care." I said, "Okay, can you fill it up?" And I kind of felt bad, but then again, I
Yeah.
told her, hey,
Those got a big
what's
tank.
up, Big Y 3D? What's up, Solo? What's up, Las Vegas interviews? But yeah, I done had good interactions. I never had a bad interaction with a subscriber. But let me tell you about the Job Corps thing. So I took off on Paco. Boom, boom, boom. Paco, if you watching, you know what happened. Don't start making videos trying to front. You know exactly what happened, right? So the dude that looked like Chris Brown, he kind of like jumped in between us, like, "Oh, yo, chill, chill, chill." I was like, "What?" He was like, "No, he just bullshit, man. He just playing." So Paco, like, I like busted his bottom lip with her. He was like, "Damn, man, that's fucked up, man. Why I was just messing with you?" I said, "Man, I don't play like that." I said, "See, that's why y'all think these Flint dudes some hoes, right? That's why y'all think, hey, man, Clint, hey, Ken, hit the link, man. I'm tired of you running your mouth, man. Hit the link." Hold on, I have a hard time believing that Suburban story. What you mean? Just because a woman ain't, man, you know what? Listen, Humbles, I think I'm trying to meditate, right? I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. But I'm gonna start on practicing Buddhism, right? I'm trying to be one with my chi. You understand? But then it's cats, like real kids' TV. What part of the Suburban don't that you just? I have a hard time believe that Suburban.
Maybe you don't
It
believe you had a Suburban.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he don't believe I had a Suburban. It wasn't. I mean, okay, if I said it was a 99 Suburban, would that be better? You know what I'm saying? Why niggas don't want me to? Niggas just don't want Donta to be. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "Ain't nobody paying for your gas, Donta." That's what's up. That's what he's saying.
Well, that's what happened. That ain't the only time somebody paid for my gas. So it is what it is. Well, like I said, what was it? What you read? It's instead of it being a 2014 Suburban, which it was, it had to be. It was a 99, right? A 98. Fuck it. The muffler hanging off. Rusted the whole thing. Now, is that more better? Cats always want to see me in the worst light that possibly they possibly can put me in. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I ain't tripping. But let me tell you, Flint had a bad rep in Job Corps. They had a real bad rep in Job Corps, man. And I had a lot of work to do, man. Um, that was the only time that a one-on-one situation happened physical with me and anybody from Job Corps. But there was I was involved in a lot of house wars though. A lot of house wars. And it used to go down.
Pulling
Hey
up.
kids, I pulled you up.
Is his internet slow or something?
There you go. Kids.
Hey, first of all, I don't appreciate you keeping me in the
Ken, we can't hear you. Oh, he on his phone. Yeah, he got 3G.
2G. He got the dial-up connection. But man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Job Corps.
Yeah, Job Corps is wild, man.
Yeah. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I can't complain about my life. I really can't. I don't take nothing back. I want to take back nothing, no experience, the bad too, lock up too. On the real humbles, I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but the last time I got locked up, when I did the 2 years, I think that saved me. I think if I didn't get locked up, I think I would have got killed. And it wasn't because of anything that I did. It was something that my associates that I was around all the time was involved in. And it was a lot of people dropping on both sides. And that was really the main reason why I left Flint. It was in Ohio for them 7 years. Because it got real crazy. And I know how I am. I'm more like of a shoot first and we'll just deal with it later type of situation.
Yeah.
But I just came from lockup. I'm not trying to get locked up again. And it's just one of them things. If you got the money and the resources to leave, then you leave. Right. And it wasn't my beef. It wasn't my issue. But I know if there were certain guys that would have seen me, they would have been like, oh, well, we can't get them. Let's get him. You see what I'm saying? Because at that time it was war. And I'm like, on the real, I ain't got shit to do with this, really. And it wasn't, I used to think about like one of my homeboys got killed.
Hey, Blade Pusher.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What story are you telling now, man? What story are you telling now?
You know what, kid? You know what, kid? Let me
Man, this is like a real confrontation right here. He just came in like Blade Pusher. What story you telling?
Because I don't appreciate you keeping me on hold like that, bro.
I didn't have you on hold.
You had me in the back. You had me in the back. Pause.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, kid, you know what? I'm practicing Buddhism right now, so I'm on a journey of peace.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I'm gonna call you my brother. I want to call you something else to start with the N word and end with an R, a hard R, but I'm gonna call you my brother.
I appreciate that.
You know what? While you on here, hey y'all, listen. Shout out to Real Kids TV. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man. Go over there and show him some love. See, I even show my enemies love. Now, if I was right there next to him in that seat next to him, I think I just stole off on him just one time. Just one time.
Certain things need to be addressed.
All right, let's talk about it.
For one, I don't believe she paid. That would have been like $200 to fill your tank up, dog. I don't believe it. I don't believe a complete stranger would have filled your tank. Once you said, I'm driving the Suburban, she was probably going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know.
Well, I don't know if this mattered or not. She was a white lady, and she looked like she was well off.
Shoot, those be the greediest ones.
But why do that seem so far-fetched? I mean, haven't you ran into somebody that took care of something for you off of social media?
No, not that, bro. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I wasn't saying you didn't have a Suburban. I know you got, you got whips.
No, go ahead and say it, Ken. I can tell the way you paused. You wanted to say something. Go ahead and say it, Ken. Get it off your chest.
I know the guy got whips. I was just saying I don't think nobody just came up to you talking about, oh my God, so glad to meet you. So I don't, I don't believe it, Donta, man.
Hey, Ken, so I got a question. Tell us, can you describe to us the color of the beads and how they look? Like those beads he had in his cell.
Man, you know how in the movies, man, you trying to enter somebody that's like a shot call or something like that, and you trying to enter their cell, and they got the beads and stuff hanging down. He had like the little brown and black beads, man. You know what I'm saying? He had like a second, he had like two cells. He had two cells, so when you go through the beads or whatever, it was in the second part of the cell, man. With the Persian rug.
It was the Muslim rugs. It was a Muslim rug that was sold together.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he had his Muslim rug and he had a typewriter. He had a typewriter in
So Donta, you telling me you had a runner rug, but you try to say it's a Muslim rug?
No, man. No, man. No.
You try to pass it off as a Muslim rug.
When kids say a Persian or Peruvian rug, he being funny. I just got a whole bunch of Muslim rugs, and I had this homosexual named Strawberry stitch them together and made me a rug.
Man, this guy really thought he was like Frank Lucas or somebody locked up, man.
You couldn't tell him nothing, huh?
Man, that's $25,000 alpaca. You blocked that shit.
Hey, kid. Hey, what was I about to say? So kid, let me ask you this, because you're getting popular on here. So nobody tried to pay for your food or gas or anything?
Yeah, $10, $15, $20, but you talking $200-$300 to fill up, bro. Let's be real.
I didn't say it was no 300. If she filled it up, it was on E. Why is that so hard to believe? What? I feel like you envious or jealous because that happened.
No, I'm saying all that money, all that bread you got. Why are you riding around on E in a Suburban?
Don't your car go on E too? Don't your car?
People in the chat saying you hating, Ken. People in the chat say you hate, man.
Man, no, I'm not hating, but really, this is my thing. My thing is this. The guy went from being, like I said, the blade pusher, and he one hit, the hitter quitter, locked up, and all the things of that nature. But now he's out here talking about, if you behind on your child support, I'm coming for you. What part of the game is that, man?
Let me ask you a question.
He got he switched over a new leaf.
While you sticking your nose in it, are you behind?
Nah, my daughter's grown. My daughter's grown.
I could easily alter that plane ticket and just go down to Kentucky.
So you gonna have me knocked off now?
I ain't say, hey, I ain't say knocked off. I'm just saying I can easily alter that plane ticket and come down there. And what I'm saying, even if you behind on arrearages, I'm gonna get at you. Because I feel like shit. If I have to get locked up for unpaid child support and I had to go through 30 days, oh, you niggas going to jail too.
See, that's some content for me right there. I can see it now. Thumbnail. Dante threatens to have real kids locked up.
Hey.
For back child support.
Yeah, for back child support.
Hey. Hey.
Dante going after people with arrearages. Huh?
Hey.
That's messed up, Dante.
Hey, listen. If I had to go do 30 days and get extradited to Ohio, hey, I feel some type of way, man.
He said he want company. That's what it is. He want company when he goes.
Dog.
Oh.
That was 12 years ago. I don't want no company. No, I'm at home.
But you know what, though? It's funny how Dante want to address this big body situation, man. Dante, big body really been asking about you.
Here we go. Keep
it real, man.
I see how you keep on trying to paint this narrative like I done checked in or I done dropped it. First of all, I don't know who did that. But I'm assuming he the one. I know I didn't drop no copy. I know I ain't the one that did it.
I didn't say that you did that, but when you say that you're going to have people knocked off for, it just makes me wonder. When you talk about people that's behind in the child support, it really makes me wonder. And tell your yes people in your chat, man, watch their mouth. Tell your people in your chat, watch their mouth, man.
Hey, Ken, they doing what they supposed to do, Ken. The chat is just doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to, and I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do if they keep running it.
Hey, hold on, partner. You ain't gonna be disrespecting my chat, homeboy.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Oh, hold on. Is that the Papa John's that you did a video about where you said you sent them to Dante?
Man, I went to his studio.
Is that the Papa John's you got the pizza from?
Yeah. I tried to offer the guy a piece off and went to his studio. He wasn't there though.
I'm gonna pull up that video. Let me go to that video too. Hey, kid, it could. What could have happened, right? If I was, why did you wait till I left?
Here we go with that again. I didn't know you was gone.
Yes, you did. You waited till my ass was in the air in the airplane, gone to go do that cool ass stunt.
Nah, I was hoping you was there, man. For real. I just wanted to let you see. A lot of people think that we don't we really have problems with each other, and we don't. But I'm gonna just call you out when you on some BS, man.
Hold on. Let me see.
It was outside.
Hey, was that a live video that you did, or was that a pre-record?
I want to say it was a pre-recorded one. Now here I was scrolling on YouTube. Huh?
Yeah, I'm scrolling through it right now.
All you gotta do is type in Dante. Here I am scrolling. Scrolling through YouTube tonight, and I see my picture up. I'm like, man, what did I do?
I think it's coming up.
You got about 3. You got about 3 more minutes, Dante.
3 minutes for what?
His minutes is up.
Yeah, my minutes is up.
Ken on the old school minutes, he got 400 anytime minutes.
Yeah, that's type phone. That's type phone. Dante was in the pen selling 2,800, knocking heads off 2,600. How you going? He's definitely an opportunist.
Well, in jail, I guess that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
I ain't mad at him. What's your name, bro?
Be humble.
Be humble.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you. Be humble.
Same here. Yeah. I'm on a different side of the tracks. So I was in the military. So that's my background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk
oh,
about the military.
kid,
Huh?
I found it. I found it. I found it. Here you go.
And I was showing you straight respect in the video.
Now it look like you threw the pizza down on the ground in front of the studio.
You gotta eat. I'll eat bologna sandwiches. You know, see, Dad, I got it all figured out. I got a job.
Who do y'all?
And I got X amount of dollars
Yeah,
at the
you
end
got
of
a
the
video
month.
playing?
No.
So Cosby, Heathcliff is like, "You gonna have a girlfriend?" He's like, "You know it," and grabs all the money that he had in his hand.
Okay. Do you hear
out
do you hear a video
for
playing?
the simple fact that,
I hear
as
it.
I mentioned previously,
Okay,
but it's not moving.
typically you think, and we've all done it, you think that you
hold on,
know
let me see.
any and everything. It's hard for anybody to tell you anything. Now, before I get into today's story, if you will,
Donta
understand
on
that
that
I'm
4G
self-proclaimed
network.
Mr. 30 Minutes better. Meaning that anytime I give you a video or story, it's guaranteed to be a minimum of 30 minutes or better. If you're on your way to work, you don't feel like being there.
Mr. 30 minutes or better.
You're on your way home from work, or you need to laugh, you need to cry, say you're trying to lay down and take a nap, or you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you
That sounds like
a
dating dating app profile. Mr. 30 minutes or better.
Penitentiary. Keyword being true. Penitentiary / life experience / life story. This is the channel for you. If you like the 8, 10, 12, 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with those whatsoever. But at Real Kens TV,
I got the
Donta 30 minutes or better.
Hold on, I got it.
So with all that being said, there is a message.
You got 2 videos.
Like I said,
yeah, I see. I'm trying to see,
and I'm just really
how the hell do I got 2
gauging
videos
as far as their minds, how they're feeling.
Okay.
Not really doing too much talking.
I hear your video. Hold on.
Dudes in the streets, man. Beef. Man, it's beef, man. It's up. That's what they saying now. If it's up, it's stuck.
Hold on.
And I'm talking to an individual, and he's telling me, and he's really making some sense, because he's like, "Oh, gee,
you know what? I think I know what I got.
You got to understand this."
Okay, now I'm finna do it the right way. Here we go. All right. No, but I found the video. Let me put it up on here. Let's see. Where are you at? Oh, okay. History. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I got it now. I got it. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Donta here? Donta ain't here right now, man. Donta ain't here? Okay, you know when he'll be back. Yeah, tell him get at me. Tell him Real Kens is trying to get at him while he's here in town, man. But Donta, I told you I was gonna pull up on you.
Yo. On my way to Don's studio, my bad, Donta's studio. Brought him a little peace offering. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can have an opportunity to sit down and talk this little discrepancy out as men and both move past it. You know what I mean? Stay tuned.
Yo, Real Kens TV 859. Check this out, y'all. Donta's in town. He's at the studio. It's about 35, 40 miles from where I live at. You know, wasn't too bad of a drive. It's a nice day. Got off a little early today, so I said, guess what? I'm gonna surprise my old partner with old pizza at the studio, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's here. Y'all gotta pardon my camera angles and everything, but I am holding the camera on my own, so if I drop the camera or what have you, pay it no mind. Yeah, I'm on my way to I'm actually here. at Donta's studio in Kentucky. I don't want to say the exact address. I don't want to put his personal business out there, but just know that I'm at the studio. I'm offering a peace offering. You know what I mean? We done had a little discrepancy or whatever. So I want to, squash it and sit down and talk to him, hopefully. As you can see, just show you I'm keeping it real. Donta Show Network. You can see on the tag, all his information I blocked out. So I ain't want to, AKA Tay Don, real Kens. You know what I mean? Got him a Mountain Dew just as well. I remember from him being locked up. He likes drinking that Mountain Dew. But check it out. Pizza Man. Yes. Donta here?
Donta ain't here right now, man.
Donta ain't here? Okay, you know when he'll be back?
He'll be back later on tonight or something like that, man. Tell me when he's
Whoa. Hey, Donta.
Yeah, to go out for, okay, well, I got him.
Yeah.
Those dogs barking don't sound like killers, Donta.
No, them the Yorkies. Them the Yorkies. Them not the Cane Corso. Them the Yorkies.
I don't know now if you got Cane Corso. All I can hear is what I hear on this video. These little dogs.
That's my studio, man. That's not Michigan. That's in Kentucky.
I'm an old friend of his. You know what I'm saying? My name's Real Kens, man. What's your name?
Man, I'm DeWine, man.
DeWine? Okay, nice to meet you, man. I'm Real Kens. I'll leave his pizza with you if that's cool.
That's cool, Real.
That's cool.
That's real shit.
Let me get his little Mountain Dew. I know he like Mountain Dew. Let me go over and grab this pizza real quick, as y'all can see, man. Keeping it all the way real, Donta. You know what I mean? Here go the pizza. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. Yeah, tell him get at me. Tell him Real Kens is trying to get at him while he's here in town, man. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
Okay, make sure he gets that pizza too, man. All right, thanks, man.
Wait. Hey, Donta,
Yeah,
that was
you
your little
see,
brother who took the picture, right?
Studio, his address, and his personal information. You know what I mean? But hopefully Donta, we have an opportunity to chop it up, like adults do or whatever. But Donta, I told you I was gonna whatever. I told you I was gonna pull up on you. We was gonna talk it out or whatever. Or I was gonna attempt to talk it out and see what happens. Real Kens TV.
So let me tell you, he waited until my ass was on the airplane and the sky heading back up north to pull that type of stuff. He knew I was there all fucking day, all day, and he just conveniently wait till I'm gone in the air, going back to Detroit to pull that stuff.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, Donta, but some people may look at the other way. Like you heard him packed up and got on the first thing smoking.
Hey, listen, no, I didn't know he was coming in. I had no idea
You
he
knew.
was coming in.
You knew.
So back in the day, we had this. Hey, Donta, back in the day, we had this thing called like the 42 fake. Like, say somebody you wanted to meet up with somebody, like, yeah, I'm gonna be there at 5:30. You just never go. Like, man, I ain't going there, man. You gave him that 42 fake on Donta. He's like, yeah, come over here about 6:30. I'll be here.
Man, listen. That man.
Oh,
Hey, listen. Kid knows the real. Kid knows the truth. That I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I will say this though, Kid ain't no sucker. I'm not gonna put his business out, but he's involved. Well, there's some guys that involved with him, and don't take this pizza delivery thing as a how can I put it? Since he want to put my business out, maybe I should put your business out. But I'm gonna stick to the G code. I'm gonna stick to the G code. I'm just saying, y'all, don't let him delivering pizzas fool y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm just a pizza man. But I just felt the need to pull up on you and your audience and get some things straight, get some things clear, let it be known I ain't no hater. But I don't condone with having people locked up under those circumstances, you know, being in the rearage or whatever. You know, pause. And
my thing though, kid, why you so stressed out about that? If it don't apply, let it fly.
I'm not stressed out about it. You know, don't let it stress you. I'm not stressed out about it, but I just don't agree with that, man. You wouldn't do it behind them walls, would you?
Of course not.
Okay, so why do it out here? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Why do it out here if you're not gonna do it in there?
First of all, I'm not in there. That's number one. And number two, I don't really like your tone.
No, I come respectfully, man. But I'm just simply saying, though, man. You know, I come with nothing but respect.
Respectfully, right? You forgot to say that, right? Respectfully.
So listen. Before I jump off here and get back to my pizza job, why did you hit that dude in the back of the head with a tray?
Okay. So does it matter if I would hit him in the face or the back of the head? Does it matter?
But what I'm saying is, you really could have cost some time. That's a weapon.
I mean, it is what it is. It's prison.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is, but it didn't look like dude was bothering nobody though. It didn't appear as though, you know, there was any sort of altercation or friction going on.
No. So you trying to see he trying to put it to y'all like I'm just going around hitting people. That's not the case. First of all, he jumped the line, and I told him to get in the back of the line. He just looked at me and sucked his teeth. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's how we doing it, and that's what happened.
Y'all remember that part in the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy when he was in jail? And he's like, yeah, man, I ain't got no time to beat shit out of 9, 10 cops. And the dude was like, why don't see no marks and bruises on you? That's how I look at Dante, man. You did all this knocking people out and did it, but I ain't never heard you say, man, I took a L right here, man.
I don't take. That's why, because I'm highly favored and highly blessed, and I don't take L's.
You told Fleet Johnson you were 16-0.
19-0. Let's get that
19-0.
right.
Yeah, and then you told him if he kept on, he was gonna be 20-0.
It's a fact.
Well, I'm gonna let Fleece know because I'm supposed to be going up there meeting with them this week, and I'm gonna let Fleece know what you said.
That's okay. I'll call Big Lee myself and tell him what I said. But this ain't about Big Lee. This ain't about. Why do you always try to put people?
Wait, hold up. Y'all both doing some snitching up in here. Dante snitch on people for child support arrearages. Ken talking about he gonna snitch on you to fleece.
Hey, look, G.I. Joe. It ain't about no snitching. It's about you said you was gonna knock Fleece out, so he can watch the video and see it. You feel me?
No. Here's the thing. See, no, I lose both ways. Because the first thing they gonna say, oh, if Dante win the fight, no, it ain't no motherfucking if. When Dante win that fight, oh, Dante beat up an old man. If Dante lose the fight, what I seriously doubt, then it's, oh, well, Dante got knocked out by the booty warrior, and then y'all gonna come with all these different narratives and different, oh, I wonder what happened when he knocked Dante out. First of all, whenever me and Fleece meet up, it's gonna be at least 10 other guys with me, right? So we can dispel that, oh, he said he was gonna knock Dante out and put his finger in his butt, pause, and all this.
Whoa.
You didn't have to repeat that, Dante.
I'm just saying, you know, that's the first thing they're gonna say. Oh, Dante always calling people out, that he always ducking the face and all this and that. Well, you know what, Ken?
Yeah, man, you gotta get a tetanus shot. You fight Fleece, man.
Well, Ken, like I said, how about you fill in the blanks there? How about you step in for what Fleece said, since you want to keep running your mouth and going back to him, oh, Big Lee, Dante said this, Dante said that. How about well, let's see, since you reporting on everything that everybody else doing, how about me and you get in the ring and or just meet up somewhere and get violent?
I mean, I'm not really a violent type of individual, but I will defend myself.
Well,
And I tell you what, big boy.
Pause.
This is what we'll do.
Pause.
You get Big Lee and Fleece Johnson on the line within the next day or two, and we'll see what's what.
You know what? I'll call Big Lee on the phone right now on live. Hold on, give me a minute.
I don't believe you, Tay Don. Hey man, I told you to control your damn audience, man.
Ken is wild.
For real.
Calm down, Ken, man. Stop acting light skin, man.
Hold on, yo.
You must be a dark dude, huh? Because y'all love to hate.
Yeah, we can't be doing that light skin joke.
Dante light skin too.
He really calling dude.
He call him Big Lee.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to get with Big Lee. He be busy, man.
Hold on, I'm going to call him right now. Hold on.
Ken about to lose connection.
No,
Probably.
Oh,
my internet's trash. I probably will for real.
I'm calling him right
Man,
now.
we got to do a YouTube celebrity boxing match.
Hold on. Here you go. Here you go.
The arm wrestling match.
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Big Lee.
How you doing?
Good. I got we on live and I got real Kens on the live too.
What's up, real Kens?
What's up? What's going on, Big Lee? How you living?
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. Dante talking stuff about Fleece, so I said, why don't you tell him? Why are you telling me? He talking bad about. Tell him what you said, Dante.
What you mean? I just said. What you mean talking bad about him? You the one brought him up.
You said that you was gonna go 20-0 if you run across Fleece. Did you not say that?
Yeah, I said it. I said you can take his place, and if Big Lee feels some type of way, he can get it too.
Well, I'm not really worried about it. I'm
definitely
more professional. But I will tell Fleece that you talking.
Man, listen. Hey, Big. And also, Big Lee, I got that taken care of too.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Check your email.
All right, I will.
All right.
Yeah, but so you want to put this boxing thing back on or what?
Man, I don't feel like if I put my hands on that man, he gonna have to sign some waiver, man. Because look, man.
He might get Dante with one good hit. It might be over with.
No, hey, I ain't entering no fight that I know that I'm not going. I'm winning it.
Well, you just gonna say that you know you're not gonna win.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
He's flustered right now. He's flummoxed. You don't know what he's saying.
No, that's not. Look, man, I ain't got no problem with Fleece, but see, if I say that online, then they gonna take that old Dante running. He afraid of Fleece.
I think you are right.
Yeah, we can tell you are scared, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. So now I'm forced. But like I said, I lose both ways. If I win, Dante beat a senior citizen. If I lose, well, that definitely ain't gonna happen. That's definitely ain't gonna happen.
I don't know. You didn't see them punches he threw when he was down there with Drewski?
I seen it, and it did not impress me at all.
Hey, Big Lee. Big Lee, the boxing match and what Dante's scared about. It's the other stuff about Fleece said.
I had to get a tetanus shot.
It was the other stuff about Fleece said to say.
If Fleece bite me, hey man, I wish Fleece ass would try to bite me. I will put him in the chokehold so cold.
Why you talking all this stuff when Fleece ain't on the line?
You need a tetanus shot just for that dude walk by win. You need a tetanus shot.
Man, let me tell you something. I ain't ducking no smoke, no fake from Fleece.
Well, I'll tell you this, he's gonna have some teeth in the near future, so that's very possible.
Well, we better hear if we get this going because I'm gonna knock him out.
Fleece said he ain't wearing no gloves.
Well, them old people got some hard teeth, man.
Look,
hard dentures.
I'm not trying to cut you short. I'm sitting here with the wife watching TV. I'm getting that eye, so I think I need to go back to watching this TV. But yeah, just get at me another time, man. We can do it.
All right, Big Lee.
All right,
Big Lee.
All right, bro.
All right.
Now, Kens, like I said, you can be the warm up. You can be the warm up, Ken.
I don't know how to box. I just know how to fight.
All right, that's even better.
I don't know how to box. I just know how to fight.
Well, that's even better. Like I said, you ain't got to be. It ain't got to be. I'm just like every 2 or 3 months. You know, there's some things that I don't want people to know about what was going on with me in prison. That's contradicting certain things that I'm saying out here publicly, and you just get out here just blabbing your mouth.
Listen, bro, I don't have no issues with you at all. So there is no once we see each other. When we see each other, we're gonna do what we always do: laugh, give each other down. You silly, man, and that's just what it's gonna be, man.
I guess I'm gonna have to rewrite history then from here on out.
Okay, well, you do what you got to do. But I tell you what, man, I got to get back to work. I know these people waiting on their pizza. I can't turn my GPS on while I'm on the the live or whatever. So I know that they looking for their pizza.
All right, man, do your thing. Hey, wait. The number that I got for you, it ain't working.
Yeah, it's I busted my phone up, so I can't see. I got another phone. I got another number. I'll hit you with it.
Okay.
I hit one of your numbers I got. It goes straight to voicemail.
Do the 810 number because somebody stole that 313 number.
Okay, the 810 is. I left you a message the other night, but I'll call it back and leave my number.
Okay.
That's cool, man. What's your co-host now? What's his name? Beehive. What's his name?
Be humble.
Oh yeah. Be humble, man. It was nice to meet you, bro.
Same here, man.
It was nice to meet you, man.
He called you his co-host.
Hey, and next time I come out here, you have your people have a little bit more respect for Ken's when he jumps on this line.
Uh-oh. Who you directing that to?
The Owl.
The who?
The Owl. You know, Owl say who? I'm directing to the Owl.
You talking to you.
Well, he ain't talking to BG.
Hey, let me get these people their pizza, man, before I lose my job. But we gonna chop it up, and you got to explain to me still why you doing what you doing.
Oh man, I already told you. If you not behind, don't you worry about it. Why are you so pressed?
I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna shoot you my number, and we gonna work it out, man.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna work it out. Pause.
We're gonna work out hard.
See, there you go with that shit. All right, kids.
Double pause on that one. God.
That was a triple pause.
Right.
I'ma holler at y'all, man.
All right.
All right, y'all.
See, what's up, Las Vegas interviewer?
Hi, Dante. Hi,
Uh,
Humble.
how you doing this evening?
I'm blessed. I'm just listening to y'all silly asses.
That's why I keep saying, man, I should have never opened up that door of challenging Fleece to a fight. But what y'all don't understand, I wasn't the one that called him out first. He called me out.
I remember. That was like a year and a half ago or something. Or
Probably
you
two
talking about
years
this?
ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't call. He called me out. I was doing some video, and I went live, and he jumped on the live. I didn't know it was him, and he was like, "You keep making videos about me. I'm gonna see about you," because he knew about my studio in Kentucky, and I didn't know Fleece was that close to me. And I'm like, I didn't know it was him for real. But then when he cut the camera on, I was like, oh shit, that's Fleece, that's Fleece, and he called me out. But it is what it is. Like I said, if I ever run across Fleece and he want to get to some action, pause. Because when it's dealing with Fleece, you gotta say pause. We run the fade. It is what it is. It got quiet in the bug on here.
It happens like that every time a female come on the panel. Everybody get quiet.
Try to say be humble. Try to say we scared of women.
I ain't saying that. It seems like everybody switch up once a female come on the panel.
Get to straighten his shirt out and everything.
I can't see nobody.
Dang.
What's going on out there in Vegas?
Hot as hell.
Yo, how can you live out there? It's too hot in July. I've been out there in July one time. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, it's 111 today.
God damn.
Yeah. But I have
I'm
AC. Kind of.
higher than 3 fat people in a Ford Escort.
You crazy. Yeah, it is
Hey,
hot. There's a lot of concerts going on and a lot of people.
I'm saying Vegas going broke or something.
hey,
Not
y'all, I'm about to play a throwback video. A lot of people been requesting this video that me and Mark did a while back. Where's that video at?
You got that video where all them crazy people was on one night. It was like a whole bunch of weird ass people just kept coming on.
I don't know.
But on a live, it was a live.
Yeah, it was alive. You was on that beat.
I was on there early. All that craziness happened after I left.
You talking about the up to no good pulled that gun out on God's
No.
soldier?
That was a different night. Didn't I'm talking about the night when that preacher guy had mock video and shit. He had
Oh
something on his lip.
yeah. Yeah. Hold on, where is it at? Where is that video? I'm trying to find this video where a lot of people have been asking me to play this video with Mark. Is this it?
People, for some reason, like Mark, man.
Yeah, Mark is a phenomenon, man. Mark is a phenomenon. He's I don't know, Mark's something different. We need to get Mark to get 1 million subscribers. Get a cult following the Lamark Mo. Mark Mo.
Is he out the hospital yet?
I'm not sure. I gotta ask his manager. I'm not sure. Where is that damn video at? This it? Oh, there it go. Already, okay. Say it wasn't. Okay. This it? Oh, that ain't it. This is how the man, where is that damn video? I'm ready to Lamark say it is what it is. Host. Well, we'll just do this one. Fuck it. What's up, y'all? We show that the hit.
I got a question right quick for you.
What?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Everybody,
Okay,
I got the mask. I got
hold on. Let's
full facial mask now.
Yo, hey, hold on. Let's get to the matter at hand now. So, what we
All right.
Hey, you see that shirt that I'm wearing? That thing that I'm wearing?
Yeah, it looked like it was from 1980.
Somebody stole that out of the dryer. I've been looking for this dang thing. Somebody stole that out of the dryer. I went to go wash my clothes. I mean, I wash my clothes all the time, but somebody stole that out of the dryer. I've been looking for that shirt.
Maybe they were just using it as a rug.
Number one, we got Hip's paperwork, right? And his past of what he done did while he was locked up and why he was locked up. And the reason why we bringing that to light is because he said that he's going to bring so-called paper
for him this weekend. You gonna come over here and be like, that's what they do, man. That's really what they do.
Man, laughing like a mother, bro.
Listen right there. These two so-called homosexuals said this to the world. Why didn't the district attorney, nobody picked this up and said
the type of stuff that I was doing when I was locked up? But on the flip side, how I also look at this too is now it's a bad situation because now he's trying to clean it up. So now the little white boy is basically making money off of you because he's trolling you. So now the situation just completely got out of control. My thing is the only way, and this is the truth be told, y'all can sit up here till y'all blue in the face. He just gonna have to talk to God about that and face the truth. Cause ain't nothing.
I say a polygraph. What y'all say about the polygraph? What y'all say about the polygraph?
We can always try to judge.
Somebody burp. His ass ain't do shit to niggas who was beating him up. Why? If I know those things, what else I know?
Who get on here and talk tough to who else or about anybody else is still the internet. And so I had to teach myself something since, I first came out with YouTube. I said, you know what? All them times I used to go off, get my high blood pressure up, get mad, act a fool, and for what? Folks way across wherever they live at, in their house or in their trailer.
Is this the one?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Donta Show Network.
What it do, y'all? What's happening?
Peekaboo. I see
all
you.
Up in here, Jersey, Big Noonie. What's going on?
Wear the afro.
Rhino. Man, do y'all want to hear what she got to say before we disconnect them?
Hold up. I know when Mark first came to, he was on.
Well, he's here, but
Just certain different things. And as far as the Lamark,
I'm blushing, Marcus. I'm because they talk about y'all. Bro.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the video. I can't.
Got nothing to do to sit on here and talk bullshit to me as if I really care. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I don't give a fuck if none of y'all die in the next 5 minutes. You understand me? I don't care about what you say or what you think, period, at all. Ain't nobody studying Fleas, Big Lee, Noel, none of them. They can all join on the same team and try to. Man, listen. They ain't none of them talking about shit. I don't give a fuck about what none of them say. I ain't watching none of them weak ass videos or none of that shit, bro. Because all of them ain't nothing but a bunch of females. Clicked up doing a bunch of fucking gossiping. The fuck, you can tell them I said it. They can watch the show. I'm right here in Opelika, Alabama. Pull on up.
Order.
Oh my
I ain't
goodness.
ducking, I ain't
Okay.
hiding.
Forensics. Come on now. Order in the court.
Okay, hold on. So this person said if the message they sent with the 200 was for you.
The whole
You're
panel.
a really good person. You're doing a great job. And you know what? Thank you so much. Like, I really do appreciate that.
Break bread
Yeah,
now.
you did a
really
very
do
good job
appreciate
by
that.
not responding to Barbie things. I know that had to be
And you know
difficult. I
what?
feel like you
Listen,
was
y'all, Barbie
rewarded for
Kings
not
posted, it
going
said,
off.
I thought that shit was for the panel,
okay,
man.
at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was being petty. I had put her on mute because she was coming for me. I said, listen, you're a child.
She was.
Child's place until I'm done talking. But I just, I did got off track with that, which I shouldn't have got off track at all. I shouldn't let none of this stuff bother me. So Barbie Tings posted something and said, I'm in school for accounting for 1 more year. Congratulations to her. I can't wait till I graduate. I'll be about 1.5 years. I'll have my bachelor's in forensic science.
Damn, no shit.
Yes, it's hard, but
you fat fuck! If you gotta go to your mama's house for Thanksgiving, bitch, you can't say a fuck ass thing to me, bitch. Ain't no sense in that, bitch.
Hey, the Terror Dome days was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, man.
Hey,
people are trying to get their 15 minutes.
Hey, them days was crazy than a motherfucker, man.
Right. It gotta be a fair fight. Fuck that. Fuck that nigga. This fat fuck. Bitch. Listen,
You know them
fat nigga.
sleep.
Hold on.
Yeah, man. Hey, did y'all know I met her in Detroit?
Who shorty that's running her mouth?
Yeah, I met her in Detroit. She worked at this club called 007.
Wow.
Off of 7 Mile. No, 8 Mile. Yeah, it's a club called 007. I ran into her up in there.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the dang video. Where is that video? Is it over here? I got so many damn videos. Where's that video at? It might be over here. Let me see. Yeah, the Terror Dome days was the Terror Dome ain't the same without Mark though.
Yeah.
Y'all need to squash that beef.
Nah, me and Mark ain't got no beef.
Let me tell you, man. I went to Virginia Beach in July and shit, and this dude came up to me and shit, mad at me because y'all niggas beefing. I'm like, yo, what do I got to do with it? They grown ass men. Yo, seriously, dude was like, yo, how you let them beef? I'm like, first of all, I didn't know nigga knew who I was, but I guess people watch the show and shit, so I guess they know. He was like, yo, you look familiar. I was like, what you mean? I seen you somewhere. I was like, where you see me at? Because I used to wear a mask all the time first. So I don't know how I even knew who I was, but y'all was like, how you let them beef? I'm like, yo, they grown men, they brothers. Ain't nobody beefing. They just TV.
Yeah, it's TV. Yeah, me and Mark can't never beef. Let me see. I know the video is on here, man. Where is that damn video? It's on here somewhere. And for the people that was wondering why I stopped this series right here about the white girl, part 1 to 5, I'm actually going to start picking that back up next week. Maybe next Wednesday, I'm gonna continue this saga with this white girl.
You talking about the one that tied you up or something?
No. That
I was this search.
No, that was
Where's
the
Dr.
one.
Where's Dr. Umar when you need him?
No.
No white, no spice. No ice, no rice.
No, man, I ain't got nothing against white girls, but my experience with white women, man, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was always I always end up tied up or in a situation. So I don't know. But this is the early days, y'all, of actually, I think what was the first video? I think this was Mark's first video on here. This one. I wonder what I had a bald head on this video.
Yeah, you messed your head up trying to cut it.
Welcome to another episode
You
of the
ain't, you ain't
Dante
opened the
Show
panel to like the
Network,
fifth
Story
video.
Times, where I tell prison stories, hood stories, and supernatural stories.
For this question, hell no. Not at all. To answer this question, hell no.
You might
Not at
not have a
all.
choice, Dante. You might request.
No, I would have a choice, but man, I would get Mark ass up out that cell. So me and Mark, we could never sail together. Me and Mark could never sail up together. Ain't no way. No, I would have to do something to Mark. I would have to do something, not because I'm out here in the streets, but me and Mark could never jail together. I'll probably end up sending him to the upper room if me and him was in the cell together. We have to do time together. I probably have to do something to him.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
What's up, Jersey?
So, who are you?
My name is Mark. I'm the guy from the documentary Turned Out Sexual Assault Behind Bars.
Why did he pause when he said turned out?
So, for
Hey, I just feel like it's Saturday, y'all. We finna go to the beginning. That last video that I did, man, look at me. I got a bald head. I need to maybe. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Now, I ain't talking to none of the dudes, so y'all can keep y'all comments to yourselves. Ladies, should Dante rock a bald head from here on out? Let me know in the comment section.
For those that don't know you or just now knowing who you are, we did a video on the Dante Show Network, and a lot of people was just now tuning in to know who you are and see what your story is. So my first question is this: are you gay?
No, sir, I am not.
Okay. Take us to the day or when that camera crew approached you to do that documentary. Like, take us to the day. Like, what was you doing before they came to you? Like, what was going on that day?
That day was a usual day in prison, Dante. I was on the weight pile lifting weights.
Okay.
And when I was called up to the warden's office to be informed that they were coming, I said, well, I'm hot and sweaty. Permission to go take a shower. I was granted the permission because I didn't want to go around the people all sweaty. And
you said pause.
Man said he was hot and sweaty and need to take a shower. You just let that ride, Dante.
No, man, come on, man. We gotta listen to the interview, humble. Damn.
Dirty. So I went and showered, and they came and they talked to me, and they kind of like told me what they wanted and what they were looking for.
Now, when you listen to Mark talk right now, he sounds just like that video right now.
So why did they? So I'm just going to throw a number out there, and I might be wrong, I might be off. So was it like 1,000 inmates in this prison? 5,000? About how many inmates was in this prison?
I think it was 12 or 1,300. Yeah.
Why out of 12 and 1,300 inmates did they choose you?
They didn't choose me per se. I was kind of volunteered, and then I was kind of asked, did I want to do it? And at that time, I had went up for parole like I think 4 or 5 times, and I was denied. And my friends who introduced me to these people were like, look, they said that they would go to the parole board, They would write a letter to the parole board saying that you helped them out with a documentary about prison life and in hope for some type of time cut or some relief on my sentence. So when he told me that, my flares went off because I wanted to be out of prison, and I agreed to it. That's how it went.
Okay, so when they approached you, who approached you and when?
I can't remember what day it was, but it was in 2001. I know that I remember the year specifically. The producer was the first one approached me. His name was Jonathan Paul Schwartz, and the rest of his crew.
So what was they spiel like when they approached you? What did they say to you?
They made it seem like it was going to be educational. It was going to be aired on nothing but the what is that public broadcast station, the PBS station.
Okay.
That's the only station they told me it was going to be aired on, and it was for the sole purpose of educating people about prison and in hopes to deter youngsters from making bad choices that will cause them to go to prison. That's what I was told, but it turned out not to be that way.
Okay, how old were you at this time?
Ooh, this was what, 96, 97, I'm 50, 74, 84, like 20 years old.
20?
Yes, sir, 20.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was this your first bid?
Yes, I only been to prison one time.
Okay,
yeah.
Let the audience know, what did you go to prison for?
I went to prison for first-degree assault.
Okay, could you explain in detail without putting the victim name in there?
I wouldn't dare do that. But he was a guy that moved to Mobile, Alabama from Cleveland, Ohio. He had a little bad reputation, and my daughter's mother, who was at that time, she was pregnant with my daughter. She was attending a high school in Pritchard, Alabama called Blunt High School. This guy, for some reason, liked to bother her and pick on her. And so she had kind of complained to me about it a few times, and I just ignore him. But it got to the point where it became physical, where he was like pulling her hair and stuff like that.
We talking about your baby mama?
Yes, I only have one child. My daughter, she's 31 years old. I only have one daughter.
Okay.
I'm talking about her mother. I'm not gonna put her name out, but so it became physical the way she was like, he pulled my hair, he pulled my ponytail. I'm like, what? So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna talk to him. When I go to him, I go respect. I'm not a disrespectful person, Dante. I'm really not. And people can tell you that, people that really know me. Okay, so I go to the guy and I say, hey man, and I try to be just as nice as and respectful as I can. And he basically tells me, F you. Get out my face. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no B. Don't come confront me about no, no B. So I'm like, what? Okay, so I blow it off that day. I blow it off. So in a place called Bessemer Projects in Pritchard, Alabama, this is where I used to hang out. It's where he used to hang out. So I'm not going to lie. One day, I already was going through something. I was upset. I was frustrated about some things. I can't honestly remember what, because it's so long ago. And he seen me and he was drinking. So him and two other guys, and they still in Pritchard, so I'm not going to call their names. They come over there, man, was small casual talk.
Hey y'all, if anybody want to come up, y'all can come up, but we're not going to disrespect Mark today. We just going over old videos, old footage, and yeah. So if you want to come up, we're not disrespecting nobody. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna do no threatening and none of that. All right, let's try to work together. Let's not try to kill each other on the live. Let's not gang bang, pause. Let's not try to commit felonies on each other like that. All right. So if y'all want to come up, please, nobody disrespect nobody, and that's just what it is.
Okay. But the guy that I'm speaking of, who I assaulted, he just come out the blue, man. I don't really appreciate you coming and confronting me about no B. I say, hey, man, that's my child's mother, bro. That's the girl I'm currently in a relationship with. That's the girl I love and I was planning on marrying.
Yeah.
But it didn't go that way. So
what happened? Like, what happened with the physical altercation?
Okay, so one word led to another, and he walked up on me. He said, "You little," know I can't say that, but punk with okay. And he put his finger in my face. He said, "The next time you say anything to me about that B, I'm on." Okay. He's standing there with his two friends. So I ain't gonna lie. I probably could have avoided the situation, but I was young. I was hot headed. I didn't like the way he was disrespecting me. I didn't like the way he was talking to me. So I pulled out my gun and I told him, "Man, you better bag up off me." He acted like he was not scared. Yeah, he was like, "Do it. You ain't gonna do nothing. You little punk. You little." So when he started walking towards me, I shot.
Hey y'all, make sure Jersey, make sure you put your link in the comment section so people can come over there and check you out.
Okay.
He ran. I took off behind him. He ran in a lady. He ran in a lady's screen door. In the projects they got those iron screen doors. He pulled it, and I'm not gonna call her name, but if she ever sees this, she'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Her. And he ran in there, and she came to the door, and I'm like, "Open!" I'm pulling up. She said, "No, don't come here. My baby's in. Don't come here." I said, "Well, make him come outside then." And he would not come out. She said, "You just get away from my door, please. Don't come here. My children ain't here." I got love for all kids. I don't care what color, whatever. Children are children, they innocent. So I turned around and I walked off. Okay. I ended, make a long story short, I went to jail the next day.
Gotcha.
And I
Hey y'all, I want to say something right quick. Can y'all hear me? And did the volume go out?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Look, so here's the thing. Mark, from the beginning, he has not changed what he haven't changed anything from the beginning. Could I be wrong? Mark's story has been consistent. What if Mark is innocent? You know what I'm saying? What if Mark is really innocent? Oh, I guess y'all quiet because y'all like, fuck that.
And Jonathan Swartz would be in a lot of trouble. Wouldn't he be?
No, not necessarily because Mark signed off on all that. This is not Donta. This is not Donta. Huh? Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, not do you know if Mark is out? Mark, I have to ask his manager. I don't know if Mark at the hospital or not. But they said he is doing better. But I don't know if he at the hospital or not. But I was sitting here thinking, like, damn, what if Mark is innocent? Wouldn't that be crazy though? But no, Jonathan Sports won't be in trouble because he did what he's supposed to do. He got the waiver signed. Whatever Mark signed off on, that was just what that was. Jonathan Sports ain't got nothing to do with it because what came out of Mark's mouth is what Mark said, right? So Mark can't go back and say, "Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't say it." He said this in the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking, like, what if Mark ass is right? Or maybe it's just the boo game.
Okay.
I lost my baby mama. I lost a lot from being incarcerated. So, you know.
Okay, who is JG?
JG was a friend of mine. I didn't know him on the street. I met him in prison. JG, how can I put it without being disrespectful? Because he's no longer with us.
How's it going?
Well, let me ask
What's
you
up?
this.
What's up?
How did y'all meet? How did you and JG?
What's up? What's up? What's up? All right.
Meet in prison.
We met in prison through a mutual friend that was out, had got out, but knew both of us. And when he found out we were both in the same prison, he was like, "Hey, my friend," you know. So that's how we met. And like I say, JG was from Florida.
Okay.
And he caught his case in Dothan, Alabama, which is, I think they say, Houston County. JG was a good dude, but JG had a very, very big problem of being a compulsive liar. And
okay, we gonna get to JG in a minute.
Okay.
Who is Mindy?
That's David Mendenhall.
Okay, for the people that don't know why I'm even bringing up who this person is, let the people know why I'm even bringing this person up.
Because evidently he took a part in.
Well, what I'm doing, many sayings, I'm rebooting the Lamark Moore series. I'm only doing the live videos. I'm gonna keep doing my story times in the daytime, but at nighttime, like I said, we be starting the Lamark Moore series. Right now, Mark is in the hospital, but he should be getting out real soon. I gotta talk to his manager later on tonight.
He's in the hospital. What health conditions is he having, D?
I don't know. They not his. It ain't really for me to say. I'm just going to let
All
his
right. I understand that. All right.
Yeah, but his manager be coming out making videos, and he said he should. I talked to him earlier today, and he said Mark should be getting out sometime next week. So, for the people that just wondering, yeah, we starting from the beginning about this Lamark Moore situation, seeing what did we miss. You know, the audience strongly said he was guilty, but then there was overwhelmingly a lot of people saying that, yeah, I think Mark is innocent. So I say, you know what? It's only fair that we just restart this trial over and we just go through this with a fine tooth comb and see what can we find. Is Lamarck innocent or is he guilty as hell? So
I thought that was over with. Because I know he has his own podcast and everything else.
Nah, it's back on. It's back
But that's
on.
coming from. Okay, so D, that's coming from Big Lee and everybody else, and then next thing you know, you got Big Boy over there with the pieces. What kind of situation is that going to turn out to? I mean, because I've been watching you for 4 or 5 years now. I think this year is my 5th year. I got you when you first. I think when you first came out. I've never stopped since. But Big Lee and I know them as well. I don't know what the situation is going to turn out to with that. I mean, I'm here to kind of listen. I'm here to kind of maybe analyze. I know none of this is my business, of course, but that's where I come from, man. You know what I mean? And this is JP from Los Angeles.
Okay. Now, see what's going
have a
on.
question.
Oh, go ahead, George.
My bad. So did Jonathan Swartz only make the Turned Out Sexual Assault and the Faith in the Big House documentary? Is those the only two that he made?
No,
And
I'm
if
sure.
so, okay. So how many people watched all of his documentaries and can say like these were true documentaries, or all of them were embellished, or were they all done the same way?
That's what I was saying. It's hard to fathom. That's what I was saying. It's hard to kind of, because you have to watch every single last one of them and then study those. That's why I said it's hard to fathom.
Yeah, like what's his style? Like, do he get people to just go along with the script? Are these people telling the complete truth?
Shit, I don't know.
What were you saying?
But the thing about it is, it don't take that many years to analyze anything. You know what I mean? And that's what she's saying as well.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I know this though. Let's get back to it.
Go ahead.
I didn't know because I was transferred. I got in some trouble and I got transferred to another prison called Easterland in Clio, Alabama. And that's where they came and did the second part of the documentary. So I never knew anything about David being in the video till I actually got out years and years later and I watched it and I'm like, what? So yeah.
So are you telling, just for the record, are you telling me and the audience that you never met Mendy?
No, I'm not saying I never met him. I'm saying I didn't know that he was taking part in the documentary.
Okay, so is any of the things that he was saying, was there any truth to any of that of what he was saying? And for the audience that don't know what he was saying, could you say what he was saying for the record?
I know exactly what he said because I've watched that documentary over and over and over because I couldn't.
He said, "Get in the bunk
He said
and
we
do
ate
this and do
together,
that."
we got high together, we
You
had
got in the
sex
bunk
together,
together.
we fought together. Okay.
Got in the bunk together.
Truth being, we did get drunk together because
You
we
got in the
made
bunk
whiskey and we
together
sold
too.
whiskey. But every time we made whiskey, yeah, we would sell predominantly the majority of it. But hell, yeah, we're gonna have us a cup. You know what I mean? As far as getting high together, anybody that knows me in the prison system or out here on the street knows I don't get high. Period.
So
I don't smoke weed and I don't drink.
So for the
As far as
record,
out here.
For the record, you do know who he is, right?
Yes, I know him very well.
So
He was in his
let
bunk.
me ask you this. So were you in a gang back then?
Yes.
Okay. We're not going to say the name of the organization, but the audience already put it out there. But
Yeah, blood.
to save face for the gang, I'm not going to mention their name. But was JG in that gang also?
Yes, but a different branch, a different family or circle or clique, whatever you want, however you want to put it. Yes.
Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong. Was Mendy, and for the people that don't know, Mendy is a white homosexual. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, with Mendy's story, was Mendy a part of your organization also?
No.
So Mendy,
no.
okay.
No.
So what is his real name again?
David Mendenhall Jr.
Okay, so with David, so he was never a part of no organization?
No. Man, let me be honest with you, Donta. David was a good dude, man.
Okay.
He was really a good dude. He was a white guy, but he was not scary. No matter what people say or think about him, and guys that were there will tell you, if you put your hand on him or if you threaten him or call him out for a fight, he was coming. And he might get beat up, but he was coming. He didn't disrespect anyone. He didn't bother anyone.
So how did y'all meet?
We met because we were at Limestone Prison on the Chain Gang.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's the Chain Gang?
At that time, the Chain Gang was a big dorm on the back side of the prison.
Okay.
And some people would have to go out on the squad in the chains and work, but then they had stopped that. But there was so many people already back there in the dorm that they had nowhere to move them, so they just left everybody back there in that dorm. Okay, so I'm back there, and I'm every prison I went to, I always ran a store.
Okay.
And for those who don't know what a prison store is, that's when you lend stuff out for interest on getting it paid back to you.
Yep.
Okay, so he would borrow a lot of stuff from me, and that's all it was. He would pay me back on time, He would borrow until he got so far up in debt one time that he had a little problem. And I was like, okay, cool. Just keep knocking at it. Just keep working at it.
Now
Little by
wait a
little.
minute. Wait a minute. Now I know the audience gonna beat me over the head if I don't ask you this.
Go
Now
ahead.
they're gonna say, how did he pay that debt off?
Washing my clothes, ironing clothes, washing shoes, or from other people that needed them washed, and they would pay me.
Okay.
They wouldn't pay. He would do the work, but I would get the payment, and I would, go and mark and knock it off of what he owed me.
Now they gonna ask.
Okay, that's understandable. They can, that's cool. And I would answer whatever questions are asked.
Did any time did he pay you with sex?
No.
Okay. So, let me ask you this. Did you have any knowledge that this dude, David, aka Mendy, was a homosexual?
Yes. And what he told me, and I'm not going to call the guy's name who forced him into that life, and this was the reason why he moved over to the chain gang dorm in order to get away from this guy. And I'm not going to call this guy's name, but he was a dangerous person from Birmingham, Alabama. He was known for stabbing and fighting. And that's how David got on the backside of the prison in the chain gang. He was over there by choice. Okay. He wasn't over there for disciplinary action or no other reason. He was over there because he had asked the administration to be placed over there, because once you back there, the rest of the prison population, they have no access to you.
So now I don't know if this your first time hearing this, but did you and JG ever at any time approach anybody in the prison with knives to take their manhood?
Man, let me explain something to you. In the state of Alabama, in prison, man, you ain't got to take nothing from nobody. All them little dudes who got on that documentary and lied, bro, 90% of them were drug addicts. They would borrow up stuff from other guys and couldn't pay. Or they were alcoholics and couldn't pay for it. Or they didn't have nobody sending them no money from home, and they wanted to smoke cigarettes. They wanted to drink coffee. They wanted to eat snacks, and they didn't have it. Man, you didn't have to pick up no knife and rape nobody in the state of Alabama.
So, for the record, you said that did not happen.
Man, listen, you think I was trying to stay in prison? That's a life sentence. But I'm not a fool.
Because my thing is this: why would they say that you and JG did these things?
Because JG told them that we did these things.
Now,
and JG was a compulsive liar, and I don't know why he would want some type of what he thought he was gonna get glorified off of doing. Man, listen, man. Okay, Donta, I'm in Alabama. Okay. I don't know where you at, but in Alabama, man, if you rape a white dude or a white woman in prison or not in prison, man, do you know what they're gonna do to you down here? Come on, man. I mean, and I'm not being racist. And I hope no one takes offense to me saying that. This is still the South.
Okay.
The South is going to be the South. The South is not never going to change. Yeah, some rules have bent and swayed a little bit, but at the end of the day, I know where I'm at, and I know, man. Come on, man.
Let me ask you this,
man.
So the organization that you was a part of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know the organization.
Okay.
Now I'm familiar with how they work, and from my understanding, with that organization that you was a part of, if you are homosexual, they not going for that.
No organization in Alabama is going to go for that in prison. Not even the white guys who claim Aryan Nation or the Southern Brotherhood. They're not even going for it. No Crips, no Bloods, no Disciples, no Vice Lords, no SBs or ABs in the state of Alabama, because those are really the only gangs you have in the state of Alabama in the penitentiary. They're not going for it. Once they find out You're gonna get beat to sleep. They're gonna burn whatever tattoo you have off of you, and you're gonna be kicked out of the game. You might even get extorted afterwards, but you definitely gonna get beat up really bad, and they're gonna burn the tattoo. They're gonna take a grease can top, and they're gonna put that fire up under it, and they're gonna burn it off.
Let me ask you this: how did the gang feel about when that documentary came out? Was you still in prison when that came out?
Yeah, but it wasn't. I had never seen it. I don't think it didn't have access. Cause see, before I got it, it was no cell phones like that in prison. Okay. Now it's flooded with cell phones.
So what you think would have happened if they would have got a hold of that video and word would have went out like, yo, you heard what dude was doing?
I mean, I would have had to fight. I would have had to fight, and they would have tried to make me stop claiming. And I'm knowing me, I would have been like, nah, I ain't gonna stop claiming. I might stop claiming this particular set since y'all don't want me, but I'm not gonna stop claiming the family, and y'all just gonna have to kill me. Or it is what it is.
Do you know Cartoon 53?
Yes, I know Cartoon 53 from LA, Crip, Avalon Gangster Crip. Yeah.
Yeah. So did y'all do time together?
I think for a short period. Right before, I think yeah, we did. But we wasn't in the camp with each other.
Hey, did you know that I do promotions now? I promote all social media channels such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, I promote it. Also, I promote products and businesses also. So if you need promo, get in contact with me. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Donta Show Network, Story Times, where I tell prison stories, hood stories, and supernatural stories.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I'm the guy in the documentary. I started to put my plan into making. So I let him know that I want him to be with me. I let him know that I want to have sex with him. I let him know I want to lay with him. He started crying and begging and pleading. You know what I'm saying? Mark, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to. But at this time, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of control. I don't want to hear nothing. No talk.
What I'm about to talk about is it's been a very
touchy, delicate, crazy, twisted, warped subject that's been kind of haunting me for years. Yeah, for many, many years. And I try to just overlook it or forget it, but it's hard, you know what I mean? And me being who I am, if something bothers me and it just keeps bothering me, eventually I got to say something or do something about it. You know what I mean? Not saying that this video will change anybody's view or idea or opinion of me or of the situation that I'm about to discuss. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I need to clear the air and let it be known, the truth, let the truth be known about what really happened and what really was meant to be. What was meant to be was totally not what happened.
We had sex together, and we fought together, and we was there for each other.
The relationship that we shared was really like the relationship I had with my child's mother. I mean, we were so compatible. We were, you know what I'm saying? We had so much in common. We developed great feelings for one another. He was like my shadow. Everywhere you seen me, you seen him. We were best friends. It wasn't, the relationship wasn't based on sex, me fucking him in his ass. It was more than that. You know what I'm saying? I cared deeply about it. And I was inspired from watching a guy on YouTube, the Donta show. Watching his shows inspired me to talk about my story. Because like I say, and I'm mad enough to admit that I did not have the courage or the knowledge of how to go about in doing this. You know what I mean? But watching the Donta show inspired me. And I was like, you know what, man? You made your bed, you got to lie in it. You know what I mean? But in order for you to feel some type of peace and to kind of resolve the situation within myself, you need to let it be known what really happened, what was really intended. Okay. And like I say, watching the Donta show really inspired me. I rock with you, Donta. Real talk, bro. I love your show. I watch it every day. I also watch other YouTubers, but it's something about the Donta show. It's like, you know what? I need to reach out to him and put my story out there. Okay. So, as a lot of y'all may know about the documentary called Turned Out, Sexual Assault Behind Bars in Alabama. Okay. That documentary was done in 2001. I'm him. Well, one of the guys. The other guy, he is no longer here with us. He passed away. It is what it is. May he rest in peace. I'm still here. And I would like to tell my story about the story that a lot of people in the world have seen. They've made their own judgments on it. I've read the comments and, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and whatever, you know what I mean? Hey, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But that documentary was not, they edited a lot of stuff. They capped out some stuff. They ran some stuff in with each other. It was not like that. It's not like that. Like I say, the name of the video is Turned Out, Sexual Assault Behind Bars. Now, sexual assault does go on behind bars. All types of stuff go on behind bars. If you've been there, then you know it's a crazy, twisted, warped world. It's a world within itself. You know what I mean? But I just felt the need that I need to tell my story of the events that were in that documentary. Everything was not true. Everything was not true. Some of it, yes, but most of it, no. The director, okay, I was introduced to these people. They were from Camden, New Jersey, Boston, Massachusetts, somewhere in Massachusetts, something like that. But the name of the company was Issues and Incarcerations, Interlock Media. The director's name was Jonathan Schwartz. Okay. So you got to look at it from my shoes. You know, try standing in my shoes. I've been locked up for a while. These people come down because my friend, some type of way, he was tied in with them, and he said, I know someone that could give y'all some knowledge of things that go on in prison. Okay, so they went to the commissioner of the prison system in Alabama and got permission to come into the prisons and film. So the warden of any prison couldn't stop it because the commissioner had already approved it. Okay. Because if any of y'all know, you can't just, come up to a prison and say, oh, we want to film about your prison or we want to film prisoners. No, they can't. That's not possible. They have to have permission. You know what I mean? So they come to the prison. Well, they actually did. They did it in 2 prisons because I got in some trouble at the first prison where they were filming at, and I got transferred to another prison, and they got permission to come to that prison to finish up the documentary. Okay. Like I said, the documentary was solely based on trying to educate and teach people about prison life. But that's not the way they edited it to be. They made me out to look like I was some type of animal or some type of monster, and I'm not. That's not me. I'm not no animal. I'm not a monster. I'm not a bad person. Yeah, I've done some bad things in my life. I've made some mistakes, but I'm not an animal. So they come to the prison and man, listen, when I say, when you've been locked up, man, you only see the female officers, which, some look pretty decent, but, this man comes and he has a whole crew. It was like 8 of them, and it was like him and it was one other guy. All the rest were females, and they were beautiful. They bringing me free world food. Like, what do you want to eat? Whatever I said I wanted to eat. They weren't gonna bring no drugs or no alcohol or no weapons or nothing. But food, yeah, they could. So, and then the women, they were giving me so much flirty type attention. I was like, I almost lost my mind. Like, bro, I hadn't been around a woman in like 12 years at that time. You know what I mean? So I mean, that shit just kind of went to my head, man. You know what I mean? Then the food, because everybody know prison food sucks. So them bringing me that free world food, and that's what we call in prison, free world food. Those who've been in prison understand that term. Those who haven't, yeah, you might be like, what do you mean free world food? But yeah. Okay, so they bring me that food, women all bubbly and flirty and just this, that, and, they talking to me, and it just, so when we started the documentary, I guess what I was saying wasn't really lighting the fire that they was expecting. So they kind of like coached me into things to say and this and that. And I just kind of like the more I done it, it's like the more comfortable I became. So I just went to just throwing stuff out there and adding stuff and just, you know what I'm saying, hyping it up, you know, this, that, and the third, like, you know, and that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. And me, you know, I was young. I had, like I said, I had been locked up. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, eating that garbage for that many years and, you know, not being around no pretty women, like being, you know, like, because you can't be all up on the female guards and, you know, talking to them like, you know, a personal type, you know, area like that. So, you know, that kind of, all that stuff was like, man, it just blowed my mind back. Like, I was like excited and happy and just all over the place. You know what I mean? Because this, I hadn't had this in so long. And all the time I was not knowing that their intentions were to get this video from me and exploit me and to make me look like some type of predator. They were nice. They were respectful. They seemed like great people. And that's how I looked at them. That's how I took them. But the whole time they had other ideas. And me, like I said, me being young, naive, not really knowing the severity of what I was doing and saying, and then they had me sign some type release papers or something. I can't even remember. It's been so long. But like I say, that was 23 years ago. You know what I mean? So they put the video out. Okay. I finally get out of prison, like 2001. I think I got out of prison like 8 or 9 years later. Okay. Life was good. Everything was good. And I ran across the video on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay, that's the video I did. So, oh yeah, I'm excited. I want to watch it. But when I watched it, it was not nearly. I'm like, what? And man, the more I watched, the more furious I got because I'm like, wait a minute. They man, listen, you know, I don't know how they did it or how you would even go about doing that. You know what I mean? But I'm sure they know because this is what they do. They know how to edit. They know how to piece stuff and, you know, it cut out stuff and put this piece with that piece. And you know what I mean? And man, I could not believe what I watched. I'm like, oh my God. So then I'm thinking like, okay, well, maybe no one will see it. Wrong. A lot of people seen it. A lot of people seen it. I even met a woman. I'm not going to call her name because God knows that woman was so good to me. She was so good to me. She was from Colorado. She wrote me a letter and I got it in, like I said, I'm still in prison, St. Clair, or maximum security prison here in Alabama. I get the letter. I'm like, Colorado? Who the hell? I don't know nobody in Colorado. I open up the letter and I read it. And she explains to me that she had seen the documentary and she didn't think it was real. She didn't think I was real. She wanted to, you know, see if that was really me, if I was a real person, whatever. Okay. She put her phone number in there. So, you know, in prison, Alabama, at that time, the cell phones was just like really starting to hit. You know, people were getting cell phones, right? I had a friend, may he rest in peace, because he's no longer with us. Good dude. He had a cell phone. Like I said, I'm not gonna put his name out there because, you know, respect for him and his family. But he had a cell phone, and I said, hey, you know, we kicking. I said, man, I got this. And he read the letter, and he's like, man, you know, you might want to call her when she talking. Like, she might, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, it's probably some, you know, probably just some bull crap. You know what I mean? But it wasn't. she wasn't. She was real. So I called her. And do you know, after talking to that lady, we built a bond so tight. It was as if we had known each other for forever. And I got out, and she actually came to visit me. She drove all the way from Colorado to Alabama. And I thought, I'm like, she was telling me, oh, I'm on the way. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when I asked her about a couple of hours later, I'm like, where are you? And when she named where she was, I'm like, she must be on her way. Ain't no way in the world she would even know about this little town, the name of this little town, if she wasn't really coming. So I was like, whoa. I got super excited. I went and got dressed and ready. And when she pulled up, hey, man, when she got out that car, she's half white and half Mexican. Man, she got out that car, I could not believe my eyes. You hear me? She was bad to the bone. She was bad. I mean, she had hair down to her backside. I mean, she was, yeah, I know I can't say what I want to say because, I know Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, they got rules. But I'm just going to say she was bad. She was bad, y'all. She was bad. Hey, I ended up dating that woman for, God, off and on probably 5 or 6 years. But you got to understand, when you had been locked up as long as I had been locked up, almost 20 years, and you out, and with me living in Alabama, her living in Colorado, and, I'm getting a lot of attention from other women. Yeah, y'all already know what I'm trying to say. And she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it, y'all. She was a little older than me, but she kept herself up. She didn't drink alcohol. She didn't smoke cigarettes. She didn't do drugs. She ate salads and fruits like every day. She used to jog. So yeah, she did not look her age, but she was smart. She's very smart. And she was very observative. She used to come down and stay with me like 2 to 4 weeks at first. And then one time she stayed like 3 months. You know what I mean? And, I got caught up trying, being a man, being devilish. You know what I mean? I got caught up. She caught me up, and, she just wasn't that type of woman. Now, we still friends. But, it's that part. I know ain't nobody here but me. It sounds like somebody in the house. Anyway. But yeah, we still friends, but and what's so funny about it, the way that she even learned about me was that documentary. And she wrote to me because she wanted to see if I was a real person. And yeah, I told her, yeah, I'm a real person. I'm really in prison. But when I did that video, that was years before. And she said, hey, you still in prison? Like, yeah, I'm still in prison. And hopefully I'll be getting out soon. And then I got out like 2 years later. Yeah, I almost finished my whole sentence, but they did finally let me out on parole. I only had like 2 years left, about a year and a half, you know what I'm saying, before they let me out. And it just bothers me because so many people have judged me about that video. Family, friends, a lot of people. And they don't even know the truth. They've never even talked to me. They've never met me. They nothing. They don't know anything about me. But I can understand. Because when I watched it, especially if you've never been to prison and you watch that, you would definitely be like, whoa, I don't ever want to go to prison. And that's what the whole video was done for. The video was done to try to, keep young guys from coming to prison. That was the whole purpose of the documentary, was to try to steer youngsters in a different direction than a life of crime so that they would not come to prison. But Jonathan Swartz, the producer, and I guess the
Jersey, you are out of line. I couldn't post that comment, but Jersey, you are out of line. All the way out of line.
All right, I ain't gonna do that no more.
It's okay. I got a notification from YouTube. Now, it's some crazy stuff that being said in the comment section, but that right there, they just all right.
the owner of the company, issues and incarceration, Interlock Media. I guess, his intentions was to make me look bad, to make me look like I was a pure animal. And I'm like, and look, man, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody knows in the state of Alabama, I don't know about no other states, but I can speak about this one. In the state of Alabama, man, look, I would never got out. I would have had more time and all that, bro. And all that. Alabama does not play that. But that documentary, man, it made me look like a pretty animal. And I'm like, whoa. I've tried to call Jonathan Swartz, email, text, never a response. Never. And like I say, I talked to the guy, Donta, that does the Donta show on YouTube. Really cool guy. Really cool guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Down to earth, understanding, you know what I mean? And when I talked to him, he basically told me, man, that video, they're not gonna never take it down. You can forget that. I said, understood. But, and like I say, watching his shows, and he left his number up there. So I'm like, man, it had been on my mind for so long. And finally I said, you know what? I need to do something about this. I need to try to straighten this out. And I know, like he said, and I understand that people still gonna feel the way they feel, and they have that right to. You're entitled to feel however you feel. But people who know me, I have plenty of friends out here, plenty, and they're good people, and they know I'm good people. They know this, but I know it's a lot of people still gonna feel the way that they feel about it, and I understand that. I understand, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's so much and so many things about that documentary that were fabricated, that it was so many lies. It was just it was an act. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what the producer and mainly everybody in his crew, that's what they wanted. They didn't, like I say, the stories and the first thing that I started talking about, he was like, nah, we want you to talk about this, and we want, you know what I mean? You really? I'm thinking about mine, like, you want to hear about that? This is okay. Okay, so they feed me. They, you know what I'm saying? Okay, they come to see me. They come to do this documentary. I'll say, I'm gonna give you what you want, and I gave it to them, not knowing that it would paint a very, very bad picture of me. If I'd have knew that, I would have never done that at all. Never. I would have never done that. Because like I say, it's so many people that have seen that video have so many bad comments and opinions about me, and I'm not even that person. I'm not that person. I'm not that person at all. I'm just a normal guy. I believe in God. Yeah, I've not been perfect in my life, and I'd be the first one to admit that, but I'm not the monster that documentary portrays me to be. I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. I like music, all types of music, all kinds. I like to go out to eat. You know, I like to go to church. I like to go watch movies. I try to help people. I respect people. I try to be decent to people because, yeah, I've lived a crazy life in my past. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of. But with age and a lot of heartache and pain comes wisdom, or it's supposed to come. Not everybody gets it, but I got it. I got it. I learned that you have to treat people with respect. You have to do unto others as you would want done unto you. And I truly believe in that. I truly believe in that. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't claim to be, but I'm a human being. I'm a human being with feelings and emotions. And I just wanted to put it out there, man, that what that documentary shows, that's not me. That's not me, y'all. That's not me at all. Family. A lot of them don't fool with me behind that documentary, and I know that. I know that, and that's cool. There's no thing, but I just wish that they would have talked to me and asked me, like, you know, so like a couple of my family members did. And I talked to them and I told them, like, okay, I understand now. You know what I mean? The purpose, what the purpose was for the documentary, why it was done. And, you know what I'm saying, why did I decide to do it? You know, once I explained that to a couple of people in my family, it was like, okay, I understand. And they basically just, they gypped you. You know what I mean? They they used you because they knew you were vulnerable. They know you wanted to eat some of them damn burgers and pizzas and chicken and all that stuff they was bringing. You know what I mean? And they gypped you. And it's nothing I can do about it. You know, it is what it is. I've even been told that they used that documentary to train correctional officers in prisons all over the world. Yeah. They use that documentary to train cadets that are becoming officers in the prison system. You know what I mean? They actually use that documentary to train them for things to look out for, things, you know, you know what I mean, to show them, about prison, like what goes on, what can go on, and how to conduct themselves in a professional manner. So, and also keep themselves safe. You know what I mean? On the other hand, I've also been told that, it has reached some youngsters to where they was like, man, I'm not doing nothing to go to prison. And that's the whole purpose of it. It was to deter young people from making bad decisions that would cause them to have to go to prison. That's what the whole documentary was for. That's what was the purpose. It was intended for that purpose. You know what I mean? Those who know me know me. Those who don't, and they try to judge me and think they know me from that documentary, that's not me. That's not me at all. 100%, that's not me. And I know a lot of people have seen it. And hey, I hate it. Especially those who see it and who've never been to prison, and they see it and they were like, whoa. And they're so fast to judge and criticize without not ever even saying a word to me. Not ever even asking me about it, or man, what really happened, or what really went on with that, or what was your intentions, or what, they just so fast and so quick to judge and criticize me. And I'm like, all you got to do is just ask me. Just ask. Because there's a lot of people that I be around a lot that have seen it, and I know they've seen it, and they act a little different. True.
I don't know how bloods are in other states. They different.
Yeah.
Can you explain that part to me?
Okay, well, police is like this. I didn't get permission. I just ran it by them to let them know what was going on out of respect. But I didn't have to go and get no permission. But at the same time, you are right. It does. They do frown upon that type of activity. But in different states, Bloods and all other gangs, they run differently. That's true. But they knew that it wasn't real. And they was like, look, bro, you do what you got to do. If you feel like it'll help you get out of prison, hey, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it really wasn't a permission thing. It was just me out of respect, because no one man is bigger than the gang. You know what I mean?
Right. So you saying the actual, what you did say, you saying it never happened?
No, man, I would have never got out of prison if all that type of stuff took place. Man, I would have got time, bro, because I basically, it was like admitting that I raped someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have got charged with that. That's why I was struggling with too. I said, how you gonna do this and not get charged, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the white dude admitting, saying that you did it, right? I can't figure that part out.
Now,
here's the point. What was the whole reason? Oh, you just told me to get out of prison.
Yeah. In hopes to get out of prison.
Huh?
It was in hopes that it would help me make parole.
Saying that you took somebody's booty would help you get out of prison.
No, what reenacting the lifestyle of prison in Alabama.
Right.
To try to, yeah.
Yeah, I heard y'all got a bad prison system too.
We do.
I heard that. Yeah, I do. I do know prisons different in different states. And
it's very, very hard to get out of prison early in Alabama. It's almost 5% out of 100 that you would make parole, that you would get out earlier than your sentence. Yeah.
Right. What do you have any regrets about the documentary doing it?
Yeah.
Like,
I have a man, listen, I have had regrets over the years, man. And like I said, at one time I was trying to reach out to the producer, Jonathan Schwartz, to see if they would take this shit off, the internet, but I never could get in contact with them.
Yeah, I tried the same thing. I tried that same. Yeah, they ain't gonna take nothing off, and only way you can really clear yourself is to get on the internet and clear your name.
Yeah.
Let people go straight. That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
They had people running around guarding their booty, thinking I was gonna take their butt.
Exactly.
I mean, I got fired from about 40 jobs, man.
Really?
Over that stuff. It wasn't until I got on the internet and had to tell people straight up the situation, right?
Yes, sir.
That I cleared my name,
Yeah.
So how's life going for you now since you've been out? How long you been out?
Man, I've been out 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
And you just now getting to the clearing your name part, clearing it now.
Yeah, because I had talked to people in my family and, just friends. They were like, man, it'll die over, it'll blow over. But as time went on, it didn't. It did. And more people knew about it than I knew of. But they weren't telling me, they weren't telling me about it. They were telling other people. And other people were coming to me like, man, you know why such and such acting different with you or don't like you. And I'm like, why? What did I do to him? I didn't do nothing to him. Man, it's because of that documentary. I'm like, what?
So you did 16 years?
No, I've been out of prison 16 years.
How many years you do in prison?
19, 1 year in the county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I tore it up. I ain't gonna lie, I tore it up. They call it. That's why I didn't never get in no.
No, I've been out of prison 16 years.
How many years you do in prison?
19, 1 year in the county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I told you get no booty.
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I tore it up. I ain't gonna lie, I tore it up. They in prison.
19, 1 year in the county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no booty, Mark. Come on, bro.
No, I never got no booty.
I tore it up. I ain't gonna lie, I tore it up.
16 years.
How many years you do in prison?
19, 1 year in the county jail and 19 actually in prison.
And you ain't get no booty?
No.
In that 19 years, you never got no